history buffs, ready for a journey back? Look at this encampment. The spirit of 76 is alive.
Freedom of our future. A true patriot savors these moments, but the fight for liberty calls. To the encampment for freedom of our future.
For liberty. This is what American patriotism is all about. Look at these flags. They represent our fight for liberty.
The hour our liberty is at hand. For freedom is brava. Secure our liberty. My fellow patriots, the hour of decision is upon us. Let us march forth with courage to secure our liberty.
Welcome to my colonial home. Today, Del Payne's work captures the spirit of we fight for independence. And our freedom. Greetings from the encampment. The spirit of liberty is strong. We will fight for our rights and our freedom.
Hour is late. We must enact. To the encampment for liberty. Through every change and challenge. We stand at the dawn of liberty, unshaken by the trials ahead. Soldiers, the enemy is near. Front line, flapping!
What we want, we're going to end it a different way.
The president reportedly asking for some changes when it comes to a possible deal, and we are waiting for his decision at this hour. Retired
hopes of a quick deal are fading. In Kuwait, air raid sirens were wailing as explosions rang out. The Kuwaiti military says it intercepted a barrage of Iranian drones and missiles. U.S. Central Command is back in action too, launching new, quote, self-defense attacks on Iranian radar stations and drone command and control sites on at least one island and the Iranian mainland. Iran's Revolutionary Guard threatening to escalate with a, quote, completely different response. The U.S. naval blockade still in effect after President Trump on Friday said he would soon make a decision on the ceasefire. Overnight, Trump claimed in a social media post that too many voices from Republicans and those he called Democrats are slowing him down. Iran, too, is hesitating, its leaders refusing to sign off on a deal to extend the ceasefire and open the Strait of Hormuz.
Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on this panel show are those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of this channel, its affiliates, sponsors, or production team. This content is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised. We encourage respectful dialogue and critical thinking around the topics discussed.
Described him as one of the most dangerous men on the face of the earth.
Welcome to the Man Cave. Welcome to the Man Cave. I'm Gray Mars. Can y'all hear me?
I'm Doc. I can hear you. I think Skeptic having the issue getting unmuted.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna play this clip since she just went out because this John Orsoff was talking about basically what's going on in Iran and basically comparing it to Iraq.
This war in Iran is the worst foreign policy blunder since Iraq. And just like the Iraq war, it's a war built on lies. Let's just update the record. On day one of the war, day one, the president said it was running ahead of schedule. On day 10, he said it was very complete. Day 21, getting very close. Day 32, leaving very soon. On day 39, the President of the United States said a whole civilization will die tonight. And on the next day, day 40, he declared total and complete victory. Day 67, great progress. Day 79, the clock is ticking. Today is day 92. And on day 92, Iran's ballistic missiles and drones have not been destroyed. The Strait of Hormuz, which was open before the war, is still closed. The regime is intact, along with its stockpile of highly enriched uranium. A stockpile Iran only built after President Trump shredded President Obama's Iran deal. You remember that?
Okay, Doc, as an Iraqi war veteran, what's your thoughts on what he said?
I think a lot of these presidents have been using this false idea of people's fear. The people in the Middle East are just trying to control that region and the resources of that region, as use lies as justification for us going over there. And I don't support the war in Iran at all, just because these people who have all these ideals of what's going on and why we need to be there, I know that they're not going to send their kids there. So that's my biggest problem with it. But I mean, you know, I see it as the same way I seen when we went into Iraq. We seen a place that, you know, had a large stockpile of natural resources. They weren't on the American central banking system. And those are things that the 1% of America and our presidents aren't going to allow to continue. They want to control the entire world.
Skeptic, what's your thoughts on Trump not getting a deal with Iran?
I used to think, so I've kind of changed my view on this. I used to think that he ignorantly entered this conflict, like there wasn't a reason why he wanted to go in. But I actually think he purposely wants the military complex to continue on to benefit from this. I think his family is benefiting from this conflict. And like he said, whenever they asked him, he does not care about the financial situation for the average American. So as long as his family can benefit and as long as his friends can benefit, he's fine with the conflict. Because while they were talking about a peace treaty or coming to an agreement, we attack them. And I just feel like, and I understand that there may be reasonings as to why people say that we are going to have to attack them or retaliate. But in reality, if you're trying to come to a peace agreement, I feel that the attacks would have to stop. And it just shows me that he's saying one thing, but his actions are showing me that this war is beneficial to them. He's a warmonger at the end of the day.
For sure, for sure. So this is the strikes that happened by the U.S. military.
Hey guys, good morning. CENTCOM says U.S. forces conducted strikes against multiple Iranian targets over the weekend. The strikes hit Iranian radar systems and command and control centers for drones in Gulrukh, Iran, along the coast and on Keshem Island. CENTCOM described the action as defensive in nature to prevent Iran from attacking international shipping lanes, and after Iran shot down a $4 million U.S. drone. The Iranians responded by targeting Kuwait with drones and missiles early this morning. Overnight, President Trump posted to Truth Social saying, in part, Iran really wants to make a deal, and it will be a good one for the USA and those that are with us. Iran's parliament speaker and top negotiator, Mohammad Ghalibaf, said this on Sunday about the ongoing talks.
What matters to us are the tangible achievements we must obtain in order to undertake our own commitments in return. And until we are certain that we have secured the rights of the Iranian nation, we will not approve any agreement.
We're also tracking developments in the conflict between Israel and Iran's largest proxy, Hezbollah. Over the weekend, Hezbollah launched more than 50 rockets into northern Israel as Israeli ground forces pushed deeper into southern Lebanon. This morning, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu ordered the IDF to strike the Lebanese capital of Beirut, specifically the Dahya neighborhood, a Hezbollah stronghold.
I instructed the IDF to expand the maneuver in Lebanon. Our forces have crossed the Litani. They have seized dominant terrain. They captured the Beaufort Ridge, and now my instruction is to deepen and expand our hold in places that were under Hezbollah control.
Iranian officials have often tried to tie a ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah to the broader agreement between Iran and the United States. And even as we speak, guys, sirens have sounded across northern Israel. Hezbollah is continuing dozens of attacks on an hourly basis against this country. Guys?
Trey, just curious.
And I want to say a quote from Napoleon based on what Skeptic said, because Napoleon said that if you don't find the enemy for the people will realize that the ruler is the enemy. So based on what we're seeing with the U.S. military and all these strikes and Israel being involved, do you feel like, Doc, that, you know, them having someone to like fight after us, does that bring the group more together, like bring more, you know, resources? Because people talk about the military industrial complex, so it is profitable. Companies are making money off of this.
Yeah, people are making money off of it, but it's costing the American people. So I don't think we're making any money. I don't think it's creating a massive overflow of jobs for us as Americans. It's just costing us more tax dollars. And my problem is, even though they said like they said they went into Lebanon, you're causing like you're gonna possibly cause that entire region to band together. You know what I mean? Like when we had the issue with Iraq, we kind of tried to maintain some sort of a border awareness and not, you know, spew into other countries. Even when certain groups went into other countries, they let them go. They didn't chase them into those countries. So we're gonna get into you know, an issue where we're kind of like uniting that entire region. And if we decide we're going to go in and try to conquer that entire region, there's going to be other superpowers that may potentially push back on that, and we may have an issue with that. So if it is generating resources and making money, I don't think it's for the average American. The average American person isn't making any money from this. It's just going to be something where the 1% benefits.
So you bring us a good point of the average American, because it affects all of us here talking, everybody in the chat, and what everybody's talking about, the price of gas.
One of the reasons is that people are spending more on gas, but they're also spending more on everything else, not just groceries, but restaurants and so on. And I think that that's a sign that you would see when people are optimistic about the future. So generally what we see when people are worried they're going to lose their job, which they shouldn't be, because the initial claims for unemployment insurance are about the lowest they've ever been. When they're worried they're going to lose their job, that's when they stop spending like crazy and start saving money, because they're worried they might not have to pay, they might have the money for their paying their rent. And so what we're seeing right now is spending based on optimism about the future. And if you consider how big the boom is going to be, like right now, Atlanta Fed's GDP now is about a 4% growth for the current quarter. If you look at how big the boom will be when the straits open, then it's reasonable for people to be optimistic.
Well, we hope there is reason for optimism with the strait and beyond. Director Hassett, always.
Skeptic, is there optimism based on gas?
These people are literally lunatics. Like, I'm so sorry, but you really think we're stupid? Like, why were they not saying this during the Biden administration when inflation was through the roof? Or were they not saying, oh, people are spending a lot of money because things are more expensive because they're optimistic about it? Like, you think we're idiots. They really do think we're idiots. They want to look us in the face and tell us, you're spending more money and inflation is up. Literally, inflation has gone up month to month. It has increased. I want to say by an average of like 0.5%. And you're telling us that we're optimistic? So you think we're stupid? No, the real gross wage have not gone up since he's been in office. They actually were doing pretty fine before his second administration. So he came in, he put tariffs in, which then caused inflation, which I had been screaming to the high heavens that was going to happen. And people were contradicting me. Oh, we're going to benefit from tariffs. Now you're seeing that inflation is through the roof. Now you're seeing that not just gas prices. And for the person in the chat, I don't know what you're driving because I live in Texas. Gas is almost like $4. What are you talking about? Gas is not going to make it to $6. What do you mean? We're almost to $4. I don't know where in the boonies you live, but yeah, we can make it to $6. Give it 2 more months. The way it increased from $2 to almost $4. Are you okay? Like, can we do math here? Because no, we're not optimistic about it. Things are more expensive. We don't want to. I go to the grocery store and I spend $100 on 10 items. It's insane. It's literal lunacy. And for these like oligarchs, because all of them are very wealthy people, to look us Americans in the face and say, "Oh, you're optimistic about the economy," like it should infuriate us. It really should. It should make everyone mad. It doesn't matter what side of politics you are. It should infuriate you that they think you're stupid.
Okay, so David Rubin had a debate. He's a MAGA influencer, and a bunch of the clips went viral. Doc, I'm gonna go to Skeptic first because she debate people all the time on TikTok, and so because I feel like Jubilee is the like Super Bowl of debating.
I find it interesting that you think wokeism has done so much damage to America as opposed to Donald Trump. Wokeism did not kick 17 million Americans off of their health insurance through Medicaid. Wokeism didn't start a disastrous war with Iran that has now led to inflation outpacing wage growth. Wokeism hasn't ripped up institutions or attempted even to destroy free speech, even by your standards, because Ronald Reagan appointed judge ruled that the Trump administration was violating the First Amendment by attempting to deport, arrest, and detain students and faculty members on college campuses for protesting for Palestine. Wokeism, to me, it doesn't even have remotely as disastrous as a track record as Donald Trump.
Well, how would you define wokeism? I guess we should start with that.
I think wokeism is a pejorative term that's used to describe left-wing cultural politics.
Right, and what do you think left-wing cultural politics are?
I'd say left-wing cultural politics include just the broad attitudes towards social justice, especially for minority groups that have faced persecution in various ways.
Okay, so I think the simple.
So, Skeptic, you debate all the time. What's your thoughts on Jubilee, and is this effective?
Yeah, I mean, well, I go back and forth with whether conversations can be beneficial. I know that having conversations matters. And I know a lot of people that have changed their mind because of the conversations that we have. I don't tend to like debate, but I just want to spread information because I feel like a lot of people are ignorant and people take offense to the word ignorance, but you just don't know any better. From my perspective, that's what I think. But I think also the guy that was a progressive or whatever he was, that was trying to explain what being woke is, you're speaking to a gay man. The reason why he is legally able to get married is because of progressive policies that have been passed. Like, I'm sorry that we have tiptoed around issues so much so that the left has to take the punches for things that they have literally pushed forward. The right literally has no shame in their game. The right will throw it in your face that they've done the most minuscule thing when it comes to politics. And the left, we have to be polite about things. I'm so over being polite. This man is married to his husband because of wokeism. Isn't that crazy that you're now sitting here? You literally have rights because of the left, not because of the right. If they could do away with him, with Dave Rubin, they would. Him and his family. Just think about that. That's how crazy this whole conversation is. By the way, it's Pride Month, so happy Pride to everyone. But it's like, it's wild that we have to sit here and talk to, I'm fighting for your rights. And you're calling me woke. Like, you good? We should leave you to your own devices so that you have no rights and that your children don't have their fathers.
I didn't know it was gay. You just taught me something, but
Yeah.
How they got children?
Yeah, they're married and they have children. Yes. And I heard rumors, because I'd be all up in people's business, that Dave, prior to him being married, he used to date a lot of his interns, his young boy interns. Yeah. A conservative man that is gay, married to his husband.
but it played a video. I'll try to find a clip, but I will play this clip. Doc, tell me if he got cooked.
Metric that Donald Trump has made better off since he got in office. An example would be GDP, unemployment, inflation, etc.
Right now, first off, the big beautiful bill was just passed last year, and it's kicking in now, right? It's kicking in now. So we're going to now see results of that, like even the tariffs. All right, so let's do tariffs. Are you for or against tariffs?
I'm against the universal tariff. So what's the main metric that he made better off?
What?
What's the main metric that he made better off? GDP, unemployment, inflation? Do you have any idea?
Listen.
I don't think you do.
Hold on. So you're arguing that things economically were better under Joe Biden
At the end of his administration, absolutely.
Yeah. Can you give me an example of how?
Yeah, GDP growth was better off. Real median wage growth is better off. Inflation was better off at the end of his administration. Unemployment was better off at the end of his administration. We had the worst year of job growth in the past 4 years, just this last year under Trump's administration. The inflation, 3.8% year over year since Trump got in office. We're seeing all of those economic indicators become worse off. Can you tell me anything that he's done to make it better off? You say it's broken for Democrats. It sounds like it's broken right now under Trump.
Have you looked at the stock market?
It's worse off in terms of growth in 2025 as compared to 2024. If you look at Dow Jones and S&P 500.
Did he get cooked, Doc?
He looking like he's like if you're gonna go on, he's not super informed on you know, the numbers or what's going on. Just honestly, but certain
Was that him
people,
and his
like,
husband?
Yeah.
Happy Pride, everyone. Conservatives, happy Pride Month.
but certain people really don't know that. Like, I got a young black dude who's works with me, and he'll tell you, he like, yo, I got the best tax return I got under Trump. But he also thought, I said, okay, cool, I'll give you that. But he thinks Trump is doing better by gas. And I told him, I said, that brother, that's just not impossible. Like, he was like, well, I think so. I said, yeah, but we could look at the numbers and I can explain to you why that's not true. But certain people just aren't informed and don't know. He may just have a cult-like audience, but I think he should get himself more in, you know, more in tune with where his argument is going to be. Like, he's not prepared to have his argument on why he supports this, which is kind of crazy, him being a homosexual man married to another man and not being super informed. Like, he could say, yo, I don't care about all of that stuff. I did it for this, and this reason. And no one could be able to fault you for it. That's your vote. That's your support. You are willing and free to give it wherever you like. You know what I mean? But he's not capable of, you know, articulating that.
For sure. So this girl was supposed to come on the show. I think her name is Zia. She stood us up twice, but she was on there. Here's her clip with him. She says she's anti-capitalist.
Want people to own private property?
Well, I'm definitely anti-capitalist, I would say.
Yeah.
So I would say that workers should own the means of production.
Right. Oh, so you're a communist?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know.
What is communism?
I haven't talked to a real life communist.
What's
in
a
while.
communist?
Well, you want the people to own the means of production, and
Yeah,
you don't
so
seem to believe in
the people
private
who create
property.
the people who create
Yeah.
value, as in create
Yeah.
the value of commodities, should own the actual value that they create from that process. Yes.
So my answer, if you want the people, everyone in this room and everyone in this country
If
to
they
have
work.
more, what I would want is that you would take less from them. So you tax everybody less. You remove regulation. You create the conditions for competition and capitalism so that more people will have more of their money. I want you, I assume you work. Do you work?
Yeah.
Do you pay taxes?
Yeah.
I want you to keep more of your money. I
Right.
don't know what you do. I don't know
So-
how much you earn. Whatever it
That's
is you
perfect.
earn, I want you to have more
That's
of that
perfect.
money so
So
that you can put that money back into the system.
majority
You
of
can buy a
wealth in this
house.
system
Yeah.
is owned by 1% of the population. You understand
Yeah,
that, right?
and-
And where does that wealth come from?
Wait, 1% of the population. Do you know how much percent they pay in taxes? That 1%?
Not nearly enough, because
so
the
what would
majority of
be-
their
all right, so it's
majority of their wealth
47%.
comes from.
It's 47%.
right.
Hold on. So 1% of the population pay 47%. You accept that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would be their
And
fair
what
share?
percent of
What-
that
What would be their fair
is their
share?
actual wealth that they own? That
What-
again, majority of these lineages of,
Well, you
of
seem to-
power and
wait, hold on.
ownership.
What would be
date
their fair
back
share?
to
What would be their
first
fair share?
accumulation of?
What would be their fair share?
I would say that the fact that they own so much.
1%
You're not letting me finish my
47% in
points.
taxes.
Here's
Yeah.
my problem. You're not
Yeah.
letting me finish the point, so we
Yeah.
can't get from point A to B. Do you
Okay.
understand that?
Okay, so
cool.
if you accept
So
that 1%
there's
pay
not going to be a fair
47%,
share when their
yeah.
wealth is coming from the back ends of colonialism. So that's not going to work.
Skeptic, as a progressive, how do you feel about communism?
It's like interesting my stance on economics because I've worked in finance, so the majority of my career has been in finance. So I wish that we could have a utopia, and I wish that humans were not greedy, right? And I have an issue when we talk about communism, because in order for like the very top of socialism to actually work, once you've passed through people owning the means of production, you have to go through a time where majority of the time you have a dictator, where you have a authoritarian type of government. And so you have this one person who takes charge. I'm Latin American, and I know a lot of Latin countries that have gone the socialist route when it comes to economy. And a lot of the time they get stuck in that transitional phase that people don't like to talk about. And what happens is you have a dictator that then is corrupt, and then everyone doesn't own anything. Everyone's just poor. So I wish that the system would work. I really do. But I think that the free market is probably the best way to go when it comes to the economy and the setup of it. However, I will say that I still kind of argue for socialist policy, if that makes any sense. I want socialist policies to exist, and I want the country to have a synthesized economy, which means a mixture. So ultimately, I think my conclusion is we should have free market while having extremely regulated companies and have no monopolies. So no, I'm not like a capitalist that believes in like, oh, pure capitalism. But I don't know that pure socialism is the way to go either. And I'll say this, he was misrepresenting her point, because I'll make a point with this. The bottom like percentage of the middle class of America pays the majority percentage wise. So let's say that I make $100 and you make $1, and you pay percentage wise 30% of taxes. Now I have $100. I only pay 10% of that, but I'm paying more than you are because I'm making more money. So you see how that is it's not fair. So you take the bottom half of the people in America that are making not the majority of the money, that are not the richest class, not the 1% of the 1%, they're paying more percentage wise when it comes to taxes. And you take the ultra rich, the oligarchs, they're paying less percentage wise. Yes, they pay more, like in a whole, right? They have more money, so they're going to pay more in anything. If you take 2% from them, that's a lot of money. But percentage wise, it's uneven. It's unfair because they have tax loopholes. They get a lot of government subsidies. Believe it or not, these corporations like Tesla, like other companies that are doing very well off, taxpayers are paying them. We're literally giving them our money instead of them paying taxes that then can benefit society. So I don't agree with that either. I think that we should tax the rich, and we should use the money that we tax with to fund the bottom half of America that needs government help, that needs health care, that needs food stamps. Like, that is the fair thing to do.
For sure. So did the right weaponize Charlie Kirk's death?
We're actually deporting U.S. citizens. We deported a 4-year-old kid with lung cancer. We deported a 10-year-old kid.
You're talking about because the father,
brain cancer.
If you're talking because the father was a
10-year-old kid with brain cancer.
But you're talking about because the father was illegal and they didn't want to break up the family. Correct?
Was the kid an American citizen or not?
By the law of the United States, if the kid was born here by birthright citizenship, then he was. But are you saying
why are you deporting an American citizen?
Because they were deporting the father.
Why
so
are you deporting?
The
reality is that the kid is an American citizen. Why are you deporting an American citizen? Unless you are
do
ignoring the material
reality.
reality.
You want to separate the father from the child?
No, but if they are receiving medical treatment, life-saving medication in a first world country, granted one of the worst healthcare situations in a first world country, I think it'd be
I just want to make sure
Sweden.
we're talking about the same case. So in this specific case, you grant that the father was illegal, right?
We're talking about multiple cases. There's a 4-year-old kid with lung cancer, a 10-year-old kid with brain cancer.
The father was illegal, correct?
From my understanding, one of the parents was not documented immigrant.
Right. So they didn't want to break up the family. I don't think you would want to do that, and
okay,
I wouldn't
if
want
they
to
were
do that.
acting in the best interest of the child, why were they withholding medication while they're in detention?
We got to pause here.
Again, the father was illegal. They didn't want to break up the family.
That was the wrong clip. But Doc, what's your thoughts on what he said about healthcare and immigration and things like that?
They're just on two different ideals on how they want healthcare to work and how they want immigration to work. I'm a kid who grew up with government healthcare, government assistance all my life. My parents just never made it economically. That's just a real thing for me. I wouldn't allow my kids to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I have insurance. The immigration thing is kind of shaky because I think they ODing on the immigration thing. And I think if you take the chance and you break the rules and you get caught, it's like breaking any other law. You know what's up. You know what I'm saying? It's a punishment for breaking the law. So like I ain't saying kick him out. I'm saying, but if you get caught, my boy, you know what time it is type. You know what I'm saying? Like if I do something and I get caught, I know what's up. You know what I'm saying? I took the chance, I went with my move, and it just didn't work out. I ain't about to advocate for him going out here in the streets and ripping them boys out the taco truck. I got some people down the street I fuck with, and I love them boys. You know what I'm saying? Like they know I'm there faithfully. They know me by face, and they know my order. Like I'm cool with both. I'm cool with both ideals. Like it's a risk, you take the chance, and you rolling the dice. But I'm also just not chasing these. I'm not chasing these folks down. That's not my thing. So I'm not gonna advocate either way. You know what I'm saying? It really ain't like, I don't want to say it. It do involve me. You know what I'm saying? My daughter her mom is Puerto Rican, and I know that's not Mexican, but she is of Hispanic descent. She speaks Spanish. She loves her Spanish culture, and I think Mexicans as a whole have been unfairly persecuted in response to the immigration thing, because we had the argument I talked about it last week. There's people flying in here on planes. We had a plane out here from Hyundai, which had hundreds of people from South Korea who had overstayed their visas. They were illegal. They're not treated with the same disrespect that you're treating these Spanish Mexican people with. And I don't like that. I don't think that's fair at all. I don't think it's blanketed the way that they're doing it across the board. And that would be one of my biggest problems with it. If you're going to do it, then you can't have no picks for me. Like, treat everybody the same, do it the same way. Or I just don't, I can't love it. You know what I'm saying? Because these dudes who flying from Africa and head of the school board, we seen him, he got the gun in the rental car and he ready to, you know what I'm saying? So I can't get down with the way they treat them boys.
All right, so we done got through the boring politics. Let's get to the biggest news of the day. The Diddy tape got leaked.
Something I never thought I would have to say, but the Diddy tapes have been leaked on the internet. Video is currently going viral, and pictures of Diddy himself being screenshotted from the video because he has a small you-know-what. And this video was with 50 Cent's baby mom. 50 Cent has posted about this twice, saying that she is not a victim and saying, can you imagine that their son going to 8th grade to find out that this is your mom basically on this video? And that the court system in LA thinks it's fine. He posted again, free Diddy, he's gone through enough, being that he has no LOL. This video going around is something we actually heard about in court. This was the video that was recorded on one of the male escorts' phone named Sly. It's of course Diddy, Daphne Joy, and this Sly person. And he said he's had this video, and if you remember during the Diddy trial, it was brought up that Sly allegedly threatened to release it. I don't know who released it now, but I'm telling you right now, whoever released this video, Diddy is about to sue the out of you. I'm not gonna lie, the biggest question I have is how it got from this male worker's phone to anybody else. So there is a huge possibility that he could be the one having liability for this. But I'm gonna be so for real. After seeing these screenshots, one thing I didn't want to see is Diddy's you-know-what. And I think I'm scarred for life. I guess this validated some of the rumors that we were hearing back then about Diddy. And after all of this is going so viral and it's all over the internet, it's something that will live forever. So I totally understand why 50 Cent is so upset about this, especially because his son. Before y'all ask, no, I did not watch the video, but I have seen it circulating and it's about 30 minutes long. I have read some descriptions of it and apparently it's very boring. Nothing really happens. There's no violence or anything in this film. And now Diddy's little Wang is going to be on the internet forever. How embarrassing. But y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
So Skeptic, as the female on the panel, when the baby mama's getting, dogged out, how should 50 feel? Because he said his son got to go to school and deal with this. Should 50 be humiliated? Should he continue to get back at Diddy? Because, this is his baby mama that Diddy's doing this to.
Let me tell you who leaked this. I can tell you right now who leaked it. It starts with the 50 and it ends with an int. Like, he killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Like, he hates his guts. He hates Diddy. He did a whole documentary. Like, who takes the time and money to invest in a documentary because you really hate this man, and then to end it all up with the cherry on top, you get to dog your baby mama and then make her look bad in front of the courts, and your arch nemesis who you hate, you get to put his business out that he ain't got nothing. Like, from what I heard, it's zilch, nada. Like, how else can you humiliate a person? Like, that is great. He's already in jail. You've already got a documentary. This was it. Like, this is the nail in the coffin for him. He's done. Like, he's completely, like, obliterated the man. He's like, that's all he had left was the anonymity, I guess, of saying that it wasn't true. It was all rumors. We got the proof now, Diddy. What are you gonna say? Like, the secret's out.
For sure. So this clip went viral of Diddy with Young Miami because all of this happened.
What are you typing?
Diddy, you looking gooder than a motherfucker right now. I think it's the sun or something. I don't know. Back the camera up. Let me see you.
You said to do what? Raise the camera up?
Let me see. You look good.
Okay, sure. You can get all that work.
Ooh. Ooh, yes. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Yeah.
And the nigga owns some shit. You know?
Yeah.
You gotta own some shit. I don't want to hear nobody talking about they don't own no shit, baby. You know, don't pop no big shit over here. And you gotta own some shit. Everybody gotta get to getting some real estate. Yeah, let's pop off, man. Let's be big. Let's be wealthy. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Use your money wisely. I'm just in my bag. I don't even know what's up.
Hey, I'm feeling you right now. I'm feeling you. I'm feeling the view.
Okay.
Everything. I'm just feeling you right now. I'm liking what I see.
Congratulations, though. I'm definitely feeling you. We got together. A lot of people don't know this. Is like 2 years ago, I had offered you Carisha Please. Not 2 years ago. Whenever you was on Respectfully Justin. You know what I'm saying? And I ran up.
A year ago.
You said what?
That was like a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ran up on you. I was like, yo, you a superstar. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know.
Doc, what's your thoughts on the X tape leak? Do you think 50 did it?
Nah.
That ain't no S tape leak.
Humiliation
ritual.
I don't think 50 did it only because he got such a good relationship with his son that's at that age. So I think it's hard for people to realize that, like, even if whatever your baby moms take you through, you know how I'm gonna explain this to my kids if I do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, or if this come back and it's me. You know what I'm saying? I think when he wasn't cool with his son Marquise, if it was his mom, it would be easier for him to do that. But he real cool with Saya, so it'll be like, no matter what they do or how they act, everybody love their mama. It ain't too much she could do where you don't really fuck with your mama. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a hard road to try to do that to your kid's mom and then have him over for the weekend. Especially when he old enough to know I gotta go to school, I gotta talk and deal with this. Like, damn, my nigga, why you do that? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't think 50 would have leaked it. I think that would be the only drawback to keep him from doing it. Do I think it's something he would do? Yes. I think that would keep him from doing it though. At this stage, the stage his son is right now. Young Miami is a goofy, you know what I'm saying? She might have the anthem of the summer right now going crazy, but she a goofy. I remember she held up and was holding a sign up for Diddy at the awards and all that. Ain't no way you don't know this weird shit he into. And if you know the weird shit he into, that mean you probably into it too, because them the type of people he entertain, people he could bring into the fold. So that means she a weirdo too. You know what I'm saying? We just ain't seen it. But if you around and you spending this much time and he got you holding up a sign doing all that, all because he got you an allowance every month, I know you a weirdo. We just ain't seen it on film or in person, but that's what you around. You birds of a feather. I for sure believe it. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, she weird. So I'm cool.
For sure. So I gotta play with what Charleston White had to say about it. Is what he said.
Until 50 something. There's nothing you can do to get back at Diddy. They didn't give him a life sentence. Say, man, listen. I know you still mad because the boy had your baby mama over there. Oh yeah. Playing foosball with her. Just a foosball machine with the two. You all them one men. Ain't that the thing? When you spin them in the soccer man spin. Yeah, he had your baby mama over there playing foosball with the little boy in there watching a big screen TV. Who you think was coming out telling him everything gonna be all right? It wasn't his mama. She was in there. She was the ball on the foosball table, so they were kicking her around. That was Diddy, man. So you gotta do nothing else, 50. You gotta appreciate Diddy, cause unless he turned the boy into a freak too. Now if he done turned your boy into a freak, kick his ass. Do exactly what did. Now if that boy ain't no freak, and all he heard was his mama, oh Lord, and he didn't get to see nothing. Man, raise up all Diddy, my nigga. Yeah, raise up all Diddy. But I can't tell a nigga to raise up. If a nigga get my baby mama and do it like that, how he done your baby mama with me hoe in the house, I be doing him the same way. So you say nigga done my baby mama like that with me hoe in the house. That's why I've been trying, man, why I'm 50 on the boy like that. But I forgot. Man, in my fact, she still work for him today, don't she? You might have to make a part 2. say, to release all them emotions you hide behind my nigga. Now I know, listen, a man is a man. You can't act like that, don't bother you. Cause you didn't do this to him when he tried to take you on the shopping trip, Fifth. Come on, Kurt, don't do that, man. Just say pull back. Listen, unless he turned your boy into a freak. Do you see that little boy like it? Cause you know kids ain't supposed to be exposed to sexual noises or sexual content. Did it do the boy like this here? Is that why you smashing on him? Only the strong can show compassion for the weak. 50? That's all I'm saying, man. Oh, God damn it. Nigga, I like Diddy. Outside of what he do at the Diddy party and killing Tupac, I like the boy. Know why? He was a big bad wolf. Ain't nobody whooped him. Yeah, he the only nigga I know hanging nigga over the balcony by this bitch. Blowing up cars by this bitch. Taking another nigga bitch and making it his bitch like he did your woman. That's the only nigga I know in the industry done this. Done freaked all you niggas hoes. Done freaked half you nigga rappers. And everybody's only thing they got is a nigga saying, man, he paid me to fuck Cassie. They ain't got no woman saying nothing bad on Diddy. Cassie not even saying nothing bad. How nigga be mad at Diddy, my nigga? Unless he got your baby mama and took her down through there. What, don't they got a song, Take Me Through That?
For me, I feel like the worst disrespect is just because a dude could just say, yeah, bro, I hit your baby moms. And that's those fine words. Oh, it's embarrassing. So, I mean, what y'all think about what Charleston White said?
Maybe it's the baby mama. Like maybe the baby mama leaked it because that's how Kim Kardashian got famous. A lot of like famous people have leaked their own, tapes about stuff. Like it is a thing that people do. So I want to say that it's either him or the baby mama or maybe both of them. Maybe they both were like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and put it out there. But from what I heard, it's not super explicit. It's just more humiliating for Diddy. So it just seems like it'd be a person that has it out for him. Like we kind of all are saying it's 50. It's kind of obvious, like because he would have the tape, and being that the woman was the baby mama, obviously it would be either he got a hold of this, or maybe he's had this and he's just been holding it, for the right time to release at the right time. Like,
True. So, Doc, you love the club, so I'm gonna play this one for you. Would you have gave up your section if you paid $2,000 and Lil Baby and his crew got in? They said, "Hey, bro, you got to go."
No, we're not going nowhere. We're not going nowhere. We're not going nowhere. Hey, we're not going nowhere. We're not going nowhere. We're not going nowhere. We're not going nowhere. Call whoever you want to call. We're not going nowhere.
I know you paid already for this side. So what's up? All we're doing, so that side is gonna be for Baby and the rest. Okay, for a lot of people, we know that y'all paid. We're not telling y'all that y'all not gonna have a section. We're just have to move y'all to make room for Lil Baby's other people. That's all. To where? We got 3 booths for y'all right there on the other side of the booth. Well, no, because you gotta understand, if niggas pay for to be on stage, that's what we supposed to be at. I understand. You know what I'm saying? If you pay $2,000 for something, what you gonna do? You gonna be on stage. You're not gonna be out there. So it's there, bro. Just come here.
So, Doc, if Lil Baby them went in, they was like, "Hey, man, y'all boys just average. Y'all gotta get up out of here. Get your bottles, get everything, get out the way. Let Lil Baby and the crew come in."
I travel with some niggas who ignorance level would astonish you. You know what I'm saying? Like it can't even be measured by regular terms, and you know what I mean. So no. We own a lot of guns. I don't care nothing about how Lil Baby rap or none of that. if you come to me before we get in the section and say, hey, bro, I'm gonna give you some of your money back, we're gonna give you a booth over that. If you think you're gonna move me in the middle of the day, the middle of the party and embarrass me, you might as well. The party is over with if you move my section. I'm gonna go outside, we're gonna go to the car, and the club is over with. So we might as well either stay right here and everybody can continue the party. It's over with anywhere, any other way. Like, I'm not going for that. You try me, you crazy. Now you can't even give me the money back because you're trying to embarrass me. I don't care about no little baby, no little Dirk, no little smirk, no little nothing with a little on the front of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just embarrassing. There ain't no way. And I'm gonna close the club down after that.
Shout out to Bianca. Appreciate the super chat for sure. So Serena Williams is back.
I gotta change my number.
So Skeptic, I know you play fantasy and stuff, but I'm gonna ask Doc first. For me, Tom Brady probably was the first person retiring and coming back because I'm in Tampa. He came to Tampa Bay and then he won. Doc, how do you feel about athletes leaving, especially when they're at the top and then come back and then take a chance at just ruining their legacy? Because now she could start losing.
Now she could start losing, but I think she came back soon enough to where women's tennis doesn't have a definitive face. Like, you got Coco Gauff and a couple of other who is the mix she's half Asian, half black, Naomi Osaka.
Yeah.
She was having issues and she stepped away, having mental health issues. But I think no one has taken that. You don't think of anybody, like any women at the top of tennis, like, oh, that's the pinnacle of women's tennis at the moment. So that's why I think her coming back right now is still in a good space. I think if we had like a dominant person, like if the LeBron James had come after Michael Jordan of women's tennis and Serena was trying to come back, I would think it may not be the best idea, but the spot still seems vacant for her to, even if she's not winning as much, to monetize and take over that spotlight and that attention. So I don't know if her tennis game is the same. I don't know how much she's been playing, how well she's been practiced, and I think it'll probably take her. When Mike came back the first year, he didn't win it. It'll probably take her a couple of, maybe 6 months to get back in her old groove, and have like that same killer instinct she had. Because a dog that's getting fed every day and is hungry is a dog that's out on the streets and he looking to eat. You know what I'm saying? When she came up, she was looking to eat. Her pops wasn't rich. They weren't, in this same spot. Like, do you have that same work now that your husband has money? You've been able to go sit back and enjoy a certain aspect of life. There's going to be some hungry women out there who think, I can make my name off of beating Serena Williams, and we got to see if she still has that.
Skeptic, do you think she should have came back?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you've like ever been an athlete and you get to, it's a lot of work. And like your whole life kind of surrounded by whatever sport it is you're doing. Even if you're not even a pro, but if you're playing like even at a college level, like you eat, sleep, and wake up, and it's all about the sport. You have to get your sleep. You have to eat right. You have to, all that. You can't do certain things that you want to do because you're going to mess up your health. So I can see why athletes decide to back up. I know I can understand why it's such a like a heavy thing to carry around with you. I mean, yeah, you're gonna make money either way. Even if someone does beat you, at the end of the day, you have your name. You've kind of already have your record. The worst thing is that someone beats you, and the best thing is that you continue on your legacy and continue to win. So like it's kind of like a win-win situation. Even if another athlete beats you, you can say that I retired and I came back. But when I first retired, I was, I had a winning record. Like it's still, I feel like there's not really a lose situation from my perspective. Other than you're going to come out here and get a whole bunch of advertisements and, you're going to be backed up by a lot of companies. I did want to say about the about the section. I don't know why it's so hard for clubs to have good like customer service. Like, I don't get it. It really makes, if you've ever rented out a section, they do that kind of thing. Like, they will last minute be like, oh, guess what? We'll have to refund you a third of what you paid because we got to give you a smaller section because we got overbooked. And it's just like, this is why I have kind of backed away from this thing. And also, they will, I don't know what is wrong with clubs. You could make so much money if you could just have a little bit of organization skills or hire someone who can organize stuff. For anyone who's a club promoter out there, please listen, because it's so annoying to go somewhere, especially if it's like a higher end club and you rent out a section and you pay all this money and then they come in and are either like, we have to scoot you over, we're going to put a party right next to you or whatever the deal. Like, it drives me crazy. And it's happened multiple times and it's happened at really good clubs. I don't understand it. I don't like, can
They
we
don't
get
got
this?
enough security, Skeptic. What Greasy, what it was when we went to Vegas, about 12 of us? Yeah, we gonna tear this motherfucker up. Yeah, we gonna tear this motherfucker up, Skeptic. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just telling you, it happens. It happens where they'll come over there and they'll send someone who's like very attractive so you don't get mad.
Oh, we mad at her too.
They're like, can y'all scoot down? We're gonna move you down to this. No, like, what do you mean? Like, how are you in Vegas? And Vegas are very expensive clubs. And what do you mean? You don't know, like, what?
Yeah. Bro,
Don't
them
make
off
any
them
sense.
jiggers, we ain't going.
Even on the strip, they was harassing us. They tried to arrest me and Doc on the strip.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because Vegas is really relaxed. Like, we were in Vegas in what, November, I think. It was chill, super chill. But we didn't get a section over there because we weren't with the right people.
We gonna tear this motherfucker up.
So is a black baby safer in his mother, less safe in his mother's womb than it is in the streets of Chicago?
One of the points that came out of my dialogue with her was that actually a black baby is probably safer in the inner street of Chicago, in the inner city of Chicago, than in the womb of his own black mother. And I think that that's actually a problem, and it's directly the product of what Margaret Sanger envisioned.
Skeptic, is this true? Oh, something happened to her. Doc, what you think about what he said?
Mine froze. I only saw part of the clip, but I think this stigma of Chicago isn't. I don't think people realize it if they've never been. It's a concentrated area where the violence in Chicago mostly takes place. Because I went to Chicago and we were down in the Gold Coast and we were downtown and we were about a pier and all that, and we were running around. And I was traveling for work, which, you know, it is very rare that I go somewhere and I do not take a firearm with me. It is very, very rare. But I wasn't working in the city of Chicago. I was working at Elgin. It was outside of Chicago. But when I flew there, I didn't have a time because of where I was working at before to take it there. And I didn't know I would have to go to Chicago, so I didn't have one with me. But we went out to Chicago. We had a good time. My older brother, who lives in Vegas now, beforehand, he lived in Chicago, and he lived on the south side of Chicago. And I would not recommend for anyone to live on the south side of Chicago if you could live somewhere else, because I'm talking about we getting off the train, it's 30, 40 niggas chilling at the train station. They not catching the train. You know what I'm saying? They trying to make us buy the gas from them. We don't want, brother, we straight. Oh, if you don't want it from me, you can't do nothing around here. They say, brother, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Where you from? Hey, Joe, where you from? You know, that's an automatic, you know what I'm saying? We might as well start shooting now. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Before they had to free pick us, you know what I'm saying? So we're not going. So, but when I went back and I was for work and I drove into the city and I was kind of down on the Gold Coast, nothing like it. Nothing like what my brother ended up moving at one point, but his ex-wife stayed over there. Nothing like that. Like, it was cool. Restaurants were nice. Hotels were nice. The neighborhoods were nice. Even when he moved to like the Northwest, really nice. No violence. We went out. We had a good time. We didn't take guns with us when we went out when he had moved like Northwest, and everything was fine. So I think what are they solving, like 30 or 40% of all homicides on that in the city of Chicago? So the problem is getting away with violence is also a reality that a lot of them can get away with it. So as long as they're on that side of town. So I just don't know. Like, it's just that one concentrated area in Chicago.
All right, I had to play one more clip, guys, because this is the one that went extremely viral. Jay-Z dissing everybody pretty much.
If she would have transitioned before I cleared my name, I would have hunted them. Every one of them playing these silly games. That 1-800 ambulance chaser would have wished one came. But 911 is a joke. Public enemy #1, I've been ranked. The rock's not crumbling. The leprechauns have magically run out of pranks. Your son on a federal jail line mumbling something about having too much in his drink. You know how dumb that is? Another one fumbled his, wonder how I get the blame. Niggas' teeth is tumbling out their mouth and somehow I'm the one who done it. It's a murder mystery game. You had to cash cow and thunk it. Was you who pumped this? I'm the one who struck the pain. That hill you can die on. There's way too much flack that comes from those pains. I'm killing them softly. What's understood don't need to be explained. You want it one way, it's the other. I still on you suckers, I'm all of you niggas gang. I ain't much for me, it's no how. Cancel the brunches, I remember the hunger pain. The price of the bricks going up. It's gonna cost you a beat to even say my name. Heard of a wonderkin? My children is some of them. Have you niggas no shame? Y'all trying to get understand? I really get understand as unharmed player. Y'all thugs with y'all thumbs again. Everybody think they're the ones insane. You're no maniac. Watch y'all saniac in my presence, nigga shrink. I need a new therapist. This shit is not working. I'm truly on the brink. Y'all better not encourage him. Y'all don't want me to think these thoughts that I think. That nut-ass nigga still stuttering. That chatty patty down on his luck again. Quest introducing me to Jaguar. I don't know why I still fuck with him.
Let's just cheer for Jay-Z saying nothing. If this nigga came out here and said,
You wonder why I do the freestyle rehearsal. That lady back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with him. Her king can't even take their kids. Enough of them. A rapper can't be my eye. I got MAGA Republicans. Them shots came from the very top of the government. Good luck with them. I'm governed by God. You trying to break the government. I brain for 40 days. My neck get flooded again. Wrist get flooded again. My net worth went up again. My next update, the jig is up. Nigga, I'm up 10. Wrong chart, champ. You gotta look up again. Niggas look up the hove. I never looked up to them. Your publishing gangster, go talk tough to them. Don't talk success to me. You niggas is workers. In perpetuity is how your contract is worded. Don't make me go first, man. The roots remember, even when the trees pretend, not too much of my name. Don't forget who I am. Hattie loves her Shawnees. SHAWN. I find it adorable she put the S at the end. You don't know, the show ain't even begin. I said, you don't know, the show ain't even begin.
So what y'all think about Jay-Z dissing everybody? I'll put it on the screen. Did y'all hear that first off? Is that y'all first time hearing it? Can y'all hear me?
I previously heard it. I had heard it before. I wasn't super impressed by it, because then he'll come out and come back and be like, oh no, those are my friends, or I didn't say that. It ain't like he gonna stand on it and say, oh, that's who I'm talking to. So that's why I don't always be super impressed with it. And I think sometimes Drake get a lot of flack for saying that he stole someone's music or stole someone's song, and I don't think Jay-Z gets the same issues. But you know, they said one time Jay-Z stole a song from the Young Guns, Chris and Neef, and that's a story that's been reported often, but no one doesn't speak on it. But it's other artists who've said that thing about Hov too, like, oh, he walked in and he heard something they were doing, and he was like, nah, take that off, and he put his cell phone.
That bar about Dame Dash T flying out, that was funny. Skeptic, are you too young to know who Jay-Z is?
No, I know who Jay-Z is. I'll say this. I think Kanye did it better. Like, if we're gonna talk about if you want to act crazy, Kanye's gonna throw his wife under the bus, his exes under the bus, the mother-in-law under the bus. He's gonna throw everyone and anyone under the bus. Like his speech was the spill was too long. I thought it was a joke at first, but then I like had rewatched it. I think if you're gonna go off, you have to be unhinged. And for majority of it, JC has been pretty PC. He's been one of the more PC rappers. Like even when I've seen interviews of him and they ask him questions that he doesn't want to answer, he will straight up tell them like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna answer that. Like, we can talk about something else." So he has been pretty good at interviews. It's kind of weird to see him like it doesn't seem authentic. Like he wasn't really unhinged. No, I'm trying to see Kanye West unhinged. I want you to tell us what your wife was about to do with the pill and have us all gasping, how she was about to get rid of your baby. I want to know all the tea. Like, not this halfway. I'm talking, no. Give us some real tea on Beyonce. Come on.
Well, Jay-Z dissed him on there. He said Kanye's not a maniac because he'll shrink if he's around him. That was his diss towards Kanye. But if you watch it right now, hit that subscribe button, press that notification bell, know when we go live. Thank you, lunatic libertarian. All centralized systems are failed. Doc, what's your final thoughts?
Appreciate you, lunatic libertarian. We're gonna have you on here one of these days. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta teach you etiquette. You gotta take turns and go back and forth, you know what I'm saying, and let everybody get their point across. But we're gonna have you on here for a whole show one day. I think about that war in Iran thing. First we were sold the idea that there were gonna be no more wars in the Middle East. We weren't going back to the Middle East. Then we were sold the idea that this would take a week. That would take almost no time, and this would be behind us. And I think someone ran down the president saying, you know, nothing to worry about how it's going. I think we need to take a real look at what's this going to cost us as a country, the direction it's going in, because Trump doesn't have super long. He's on the back end of his last term, and he's going to leave this mess for someone else. So I think we need to take a real look at this and realize what it's going to cost the American people, because all of these billions and billions of dollars is being passed on to us, you know, the lowest on the totem pole. So, you know, we'll have to figure out some idea about that. But man cave.
For sure. Skeptic.
Well, I'm going to contradict what is it, libertarian said. I don't think that all centralized planning when it comes to government is bad. And I even think America has centralized planning, like I've said before with the feds. But you can look at China, you can look at Singapore, you can look at France, you can look at other nations, Sweden, nations that have centralized planning in some sort and have actually been successful. Like I said, I think I had this very good, whenever I got married, I had a pastor come to me and tell me, I'm going to give you the best advice in life. He said, balance is the key to success. And I think that's true. I think you have to have a balance when it comes to anything. You can't be too radical either way. You have to try and stay kind of in the middle and balance things out, because there's good in different ways of thinking. There's always, you can extract the positive and whatever is beneficial and can actually work from something, whether or not you like it. And your bias is telling you this is not going to work. Sometimes you have to go after the facts instead of what it is that you think you like. But anyways, I think that we are in some crazy times. I think that, like I've said before, and I think I said like maybe in the beginning of this year, prepare, get you some water. Contrary, Slim's not here. But contrary to what people will say, not to worry about what's coming ahead, worry about what's coming ahead, because things are going to get more expensive. I don't see gas going down. I can see groceries going up, because when gas is up, that means diesel is going to be more expensive, which anything that we move, we have to use. The transportation is using fuel to get to place A to place B. So that means that all of your products are going to be more expensive. So continue to plan on that. And in the midterms, let's show them a blue tsunami. Let's get these people out of office.
For sure. Thank you to the cast. Thank you to everybody in the chat. We do this every Monday through Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Have a good night. I thought the Jay-Z verse was okay. I thought it brings good to rap to hear somebody get this. And the MAGA Republican thing was funny about Nicki Minaj too. But good night.
Sisters,
we shall not yield to tyranny.
Our cause just we will prevail. The fight
Hello,
for our
Mr.
rights.
Buffs. Ready for a journey back? Look at this encampment. The spirit of 76 is alive.
Bobby, at this
Hello,
point, shame on you. Shame on you. Because we are being played as the American people. Our money is funding a war that we don't need to be in. I shouldn't be okay with it. So as long as I have breath in my body and a mic to use, I will be speaking out against this.
A true patriot savors these moments, but the fight for liberty calls.
The economy, we have a global economy. That's why we're a number one economy in the world. I know that a lot of people want to paint the horrible view of America, but, you know, go live somewhere else and then tell me America's bad.
Patriotism is all about. Look at these flags. They represent our fight for liberty. This is
so
American.
freaking crazy to me that we have an conflict with Iran before a single person from the Epstein files has been arrested on American soil.
The hour of liberty is at hand. For freedom is proper. Brothers
I
and
was
sisters.
working, man, you know, but it's good to see Rippy out there handling business, man. And again, hey, there's a lot of black Trump supporters, man. I mean, it feels good to see that, man. So
My fellow patriots, the hour of decision is upon us. Let us march forth with courage to secure our liberty.
A real coach. People are getting sick of it. The moment a celebrity steps slightly outside the leftist approved narrative, they get attacked. Chili from TLC gets heat over allegedly donating to Donald Trump.
For liberty. The British advance. We must act.
Our supplies are low, but morale is high.
Then we fight for liberty.
Campaign to War captures the spirit of we fight for independence.
The
Welcome to my
that said they were anti-war. I think they said no new wars. Yeah, they voted for a president that was not going to start any new wars. And what's funny to me is that not only were you lied to, not only did this man start this and get out of the
freedom. Greetings from the encampment. The spirit of liberty is strong. We will fight for our rights and our freedom.
Just in order to get the Greater Israel Project accomplished, you have to kill people. That's why it's wrong. Killing people is wrong. Full stop. So you can try to make sense of it with, well, it's a threat and this and that. There's no greater threat than the United States empire.
Vocabulary up because I'm throwing out words like hubris, acquiesce, verbose. What are you going to do about the dichotomy of the nuance?
To the encampment. For liberty.
And what I've learned, and I'm not a liberal or a Democrat. I voted for Trump the first time, but he's become a politician. He lies like all the other politicians. He deceives like all the other politicians.
Endures through every change and challenge. We stand at the dawn of liberty, unshaken by the trials ahead. Our cause in doing.
I'm going to go out on the limb and say anybody that sits in that oval does not like Americans. They love the United States, though, which is the politics, but they don't love the Americans. Americans are farmers. Americans are mechanics. Americans are school teachers. Americans are mom and pop businesses.
And fighting! Soldiers, the enemy is near.
Not only do I love my FBA fam, my Black American fam, my Black people on code, you know, my people that's allies with us, as part of the fam. I love y'all. I love my country too. You feel me?
The cause to victory.
To victory. These pastries are wonderful.
Indeed, but we must stay vigilant.